I know you've talked about re-recording. So where do you start? How far do you go? Are they rearranged songs? Are there new songs? Are there different songs?
Well, I have almost a year to plan and to get things, get all my ducks in a row. And I'm really going to be listening to the fans because, there are some amazing ideas that they've had. Like I'm always looking on Instagram and Tumblr and Twitter and seeing what they would want. Like some of the things that they've said that are really interesting to me are like, I wrote the song Better Man for the Little Big Town.
Yeah.
Making a #1 country song and like CMA Song of the Year and stuff. Like they took that song all the way. But I wrote that during the Red, like it was originally going to be on the Red album. So it's like the fans were like, maybe she'll put Better Man, her version, on the Red album. And I was like, that's an amazing idea. So I'm going to be listening to what they are saying. I think they want me to kind of stick to the original production a bit, like make them pretty close, because I don't think they'd want to hear like Teardrops on My Guitar, the pop version. Like,
There's the purists, right? There are purists out there that want to hear it.
Step or something. Like, I think they kind of want to keep it original. And so the best part is, like, contractually, I can make them nearly identical to what they were originally, which is great.
That is great.
Well, that clarifies a little bit because I was, seeing all this. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means. How to and how what a process that is.
It's a weird part of our industry, but I'm actually really excited. Like this whole phase of my life is very much about freedom.
To this day, none of these investors have ever bothered to contact me or my team directly to ask how I might feel about the new owner of my art, the music I wrote, the videos I created, photos of me, my handwriting, my album designs. The fact is that private equity is what enabled this man to think, according to his own social media post, that he could buy me. But I'm obviously not going willingly.
Which brings us to Scooter Braun.
Yeah.
Earlier this summer, Scooter Braun, a talent agent with whom Swift says she has a contentious relationship, acquired the rights to her previous recordings, her masters, when his company bought Scott Borchetta's Big Machine label group for a reported $300 million. Borchetta, who worked with Swift for years, says she and those close to her, including her dad, who was an investor, knew about the deal in advance, and that Swift had previously been offered the chance to buy her own masters. She remembers it differently.
And so you didn't see it coming?
No.
So how did you find out?
I found out when it was online, like when it hit the news.
Nobody in your inner circle
knew.
And you didn't smell it?
No. I knew he would sell my music. I knew he would do that. I couldn't believe who he sold it to, because we've had endless conversations about Scooter Braun, and he has 300 million reasons to conveniently forget those conversations.
Now, could you re-record?
Oh, yeah.
Might you do that?
Oh, yeah.
That's a plan?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one thing about this album that's really special to me is that it's the first one that I will own of my work. Which is a concept that they're very supportive of.
Right. I was going to wait to ask you about that, but since you went there, this is something that is very important to you, and you've also said that you're planning on re-recording some of your music. Is that true? Wait a minute. Are you going to do that?
Yeah, that's true, and it's something that I'm very excited about doing because my contract says that starting November 2020, so next year, I can record albums 1 through 5 all over again. So,
and you'll do that.
I'm very excited about it because.
Why is this so important to you?
Because I think that artists deserve to own their work. I just feel very passionately about that.
Yeah. And you can see that they do as well. So you'll be doing that soon. So soon we'll be doing the re-recording.
Yeah, it's next year. It's right around the corner. I'm going to be busy. I'm really excited.
And I love that you have the support. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. And you can tell how passionate you are about that.
Let's talk about something that I don't know. It's kind of weird to us because we don't want to think it exists. It's the music business. I know you've been in the news a lot talking about re-recording your songs because now someone else owns them. I got to see, and I'm in the music business. I don't even understand it. I don't want to understand it. All I know is the songs that you are famous for, I will always consider those your songs.
Thank you.
Always. No
Thank
matter
you
who
so
has
much.
the title and deed to the property. I don't understand it, don't need it.
Thank you. Well, it's kind of, I'm glad that this has shown light on it because it's a sort of insidious part of our business. It's not right.
I don't even want to hear about it, but
You don't have to hear about it.
good, but I would want to do part 2. Lover, your album, this is yours.
It's mine.
Yeah, you own this.
She's mine.
It's all
fully
yours.
mine.
Like if it sinks or swims, it's all you, baby.
Yeah.
It's good. It's swimming so
Hey,
far, so we're good.
I'm happy to take full ownership of this album.
And so from a business point of view, I mean, that must really hit your heart as it seems like, as you were just saying, it's yours. It must hit your heart.
Well, it's
in a
not just from a
wonderful way.
business perspective. It's like your heart belongs in that art that you made, you know. And the person who bought my art, he's never made any art in his life, so he doesn't know what it's like. That he could never understand that personal connection when you make something,
Right.
and then someone buys it out from under you. That's just. I don't think that a lot of people understand that that's how our business works.
It's not good.
They think we own what we make. So I think it's interesting to get that out there in case there's so many people who want to be musicians and they need to learn these things because I didn't know these things when I was a teenager.
Right.
And if I can say something loudly that somehow absorbs in people's consciousness that they need to really stand up for themselves and they need to fight for their right to own their work, it's not going to be given to them. People are going to try to take it from them their whole careers, so they need to know what's theirs.
From our side from the fans' point of view, though, someone owning someone else's art is like someone owning the smell of a flower or owning the taste of a peanut butter jelly sandwich. You can't own that. It's
Right.
yours, but I get it, and we move on. But so when you hear Lover, the album, out as of midnight,
It's mine.
It's all taken.
Subscribe to this channel.